Hey everybody, it's Kurt here. Welcome back to Kurt's Creatures for another episode. We are a new ball python breeding channel, so please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Hit the notifications bell so you'll know when we're putting out another video here in a couple of days or so. And today we're going to talk about one of the controversial genes in ball pythons, and that's the spider gene. I've heard and seen all kinds of videos and read things online about people bashing the spider gene and you shouldn't breed it and you shouldn't have it and all of this stuff like that. So I'm going to show you my personal experience with the spider ball python gene and another gene in the ball python trade that I think, I'm not saying it's a bad gene, I love it. It has a wobble to it. It does have some sort of neurological defect, and so I'm going to show that one as well, show you my experiences with these two animals, and tell you my opinions on them. So first I'm going to pull out my normal spider ball python. Alright, so here we have a normal spider. As you can see, we'll hold up, she has no problems at all. She has no problems. No wobbles, no defects at all to her that I can tell at all whatsoever. Completely healthy snake, eats great, wonderful. No problems at all whatsoever. You can see that she holds her head up just fine. She acts just like a normal ball python in my opinion. Beautiful snake. I love this snake. So in my personal opinion, I have no problem with the spider gene. My spider ball python is a wonderful snake. Does very well. Can't tell that it has any defects at all whatsoever. I'll get some close-ups real quick. And as you can tell, she has absolutely no problems at all. So I'm going to go ahead and put her back, and I'm going to pull out the other snake that I mentioned. She doesn't want to go back right now. She wants to play. Hey girl, you want to hang out? Wonderful snake. I really do like this snake a lot. Alright, so let's pull out this other snake. Alright, now this is my champagne pastel ball python. Now this one, if I can get him to show, he has a wobble. He has a hard time hitting his prey whenever he's striking out trying to get his prey. A lot of times he misses his prey. He does eat really good, but he does have a wobble. He's very cranky most of the time. He's a beautiful snake. I plan on breeding him, but I think it has something to do with the champagne gene, because I do know if you breed two champagnes together, he's acting like he's gonna be upset and try to bite. He's cranky, but he misses a lot. He doesn't have very good aim. Put him back because he's cranky. So that's the pastel champagne. So in my opinion, champagne has the neurological issue to it, that's just my opinion based off of my personal experiences with the genes. I haven't seen a ton of champagne, so I'm not saying that all champagnes have a neurological defect. It might just be this snake that has a neurological defect. So I'm new to the hobby, I'm new to breeding, and so I haven't had hundreds of champagnes that I've bred to be able to say that it's a bad gene and you shouldn't breed it and it has a neurological defect, because I am not 100% on that. I'm just saying that my champagne pastel has a neurological defect and he has some issues, but he still eats, even though he misses a few times or once or twice before he actually hits his prey. He has some wobble to him, but he's healthy and he's thriving and he's doing great. So I plan on breeding him and seeing if he'll breed. And if he does, and I get babies that have a neurological defect, then I'll know not to breed that snake, and I'll put him in just my holdbacks that I'm gonna keep as a personal pet. But I won't know until I breed him. So, you know, people that say, oh, well, you shouldn't breed it because it has a neurological defect. Well, whatever, it's my snake, I can do with it what I please. And in order for me to find out if there is for sure a neurological defect that can be passed down to its offspring, I have to breed it in order to find that out. So that's what I plan on doing. I'm gonna pair him with my super inchy in the future, get some pastel inchies, some champagne inchies, things like that. I really want to produce those snakes myself, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if he'll breed and if the babies have any kind of neurological defects. As far as the spider gene, I plan on breeding my female spider. She's a wonderful snake, like you can see. She has no defects at all whatsoever. There's no reason that I shouldn't breed her, and just because you say that spider gene has defects to it, that doesn't mean anything to me. To me, that means, okay, some snakes have neurological defects, some snakes have issues. Just because it happens to be a spider ball python that has that issue doesn't mean that all spider ball pythons are bad and that the gene is bad and that you shouldn't use that gene. That's my opinion. And if you don't like it, well, then you're entitled to your opinion as well. But here at Kurt's Creatures, these are my animals. I invest into my animals to do with what I choose to do with my animals. As long as my animals are healthy, they're being taken care of properly, and everything is good. So I don't see a problem with it. Bash me if you want, but that's just how I am. And I've talked to plenty of breeders that have been breeding with spiders and breeding ball pythons for years and years and years, and they tell me the same thing. So I'm going with that. With that being said, I hope to see y'all again here at Kurt's Creatures. I hope I haven't offended too many people today with the spider gene or with the champagne stuff, but I just kind of wanted to voice my opinion and my personal experiences with it and what I plan on doing with those genes myself. Again, shout out to a bunch of the guys that put input on this. Shout out to Kevin McCurly at Nerve for actually producing, or not really producing because he bought the first spider ball python, imported it, and then bred it. So I can't say he actually produced the gene because the gene was already produced in the wild. He reproduced the gene and singled the gene out and started that whole project. So shout out to Kevin McCurly at Nerd for that. I really appreciate everything that you've done to the hobby and with the hobby. Shout out to a bunch of the other guys that are helping me out right now. Jody Barnes with Pipe Productions, Karen over at OK Balls, Tony over at Hardwired Exotics, Morph Mixology, The list could go on and on. There's a lot of good guys in the industry that are doing good things and big things with these snakes and with the hobby in general. And this is how you at home are getting these beautiful ball pythons. So if you guys, yeah, so I mean that's basically how you're getting these snakes at home. So I just wanted to give a huge shout out to the guys that have been industry leaders. Probably JKR, Justin Kabilka over JKR Reptiles. He's also a really good producer of ball pythons, probably one of the leading ball python producers, in my opinion. I love the things that they're doing over at JKR. Can't wait to go visit them once this COVID stuff gets back to where we can move around again. And again, I just want to say thanks for stopping by and watching the video on the spider ball python and then the champagne and pastel that I showed you. And leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think about these genes and things that people are saying about why we shouldn't breed these snakes. Again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscription button, ring that notifications bell so you know whenever I'm going to put out a new video. Happy 2021, guys. We're just getting started. Hopefully we get some females ovulating here in the next month or two. I'm going to show you guys some egg cutting videos in the near future. And again, thanks for coming out. We'll see you again in Kurt's Creatures.